Hey, welcome everybody to another brand new episode on this Friday of John and Wendy Explain the World live on the Outlaw Nation channel. I am the Outlaw, John Rocha, joined as always by my friend, premier YouTuber, and just all around brilliant lady in this space, Wendy Lee. How are you, Wendy?
Thank you. That was such a great intro. I am good. I think I finally caught up on sleep. I think it finally happened. Oh. I know, isn't it good? It's good for us.
Yeah,
I feel
absolutely.
like it was a good thing. I woke up this morning and I'm like, my alarm went off and I'm like, I don't even remember falling asleep. This is fantastic.
That's the best. Yeah, I went to bed last night at 12:30, I think. Got up at 6:30, kept going with stuff I was working on the night before. Then we had to take care of the dog and doing all kinds of stuff. So I can't wait for Sunday, July 4th, just to lay around the house, grill out
and do nothing.
And do nothing. And I swore to the Lady Outlaw that I would do nothing. So I've tried to jam-pack my Saturday so we can have a nice relaxing Sunday for sure. So we all need it. We all need it, Wendy. Of any year before this year, we all need this. July 4th, that's going to be relaxing and fun for everybody for sure. Do you have any plans?
Hot dogs and burgers. We're going to see the in-laws.
Oh,
my
nice.
in-laws.
Okay.
Because, well, like my family's not here, so they get all the holidays. They don't have to share at all with anybody. So we're just gonna go hang out with them for like the day and just chill. I don't even think I'm gonna bring my laptop. I usually do bring my laptop and I do work, and I always feel like they're judging me. Like, why should doing work? I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I have to. Everything is timely. Everything is a priority. Hey, what is the latest that you normally would go to sleep?
Normally, 11.
That's the latest?
Yeah. It's because I don't need much sleep, like 5 or 6 hours, and I'm ready to go. And so it's like it's one of the gifts I have. The problem is that because I wake up early, it feels like the morning time disappears. Like it's 9 a.m. before I know what time it is. When I've been working on stuff, because you get all those emails, as me and you, we're plugged into publicists, we're plugged in with our connections, and then there's requirements and asks and all of that. So you're getting all those emails in the morning. So already my day's like, it is just stacking up, and I'm like, oh my God. So which is a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have, but it's still super demanding of your time. And the next thing you know, it's like 9 a.m. You're like, I'm already behind. I said it this morning to my girlfriend as she was waking up, coming out of bed at 8 o'clock in the morning. I go, I'm already an hour behind. It's just like, it's just
how?
Yeah, exactly. And as I'm trying to edit more things and do my own stuff, it becomes a thing that adds on to. So I'm trying to practice like letting certain things go if I can't get it done on time, letting certain things go if I can't get it done to in the time frame that the publicist wants it. So those are the things that I'm trying to really embrace. So
I have to teach you how to batch. So like, for example, when your video is rendering or exporting, which can take forever, or the upload on YouTube, that's when you can go back to your emails and do stuff. Because you don't need to sit there and watch it tick. Like,
right.
It's going to go.
Yeah.
It just goes slowly, so you can take that time to get up and stretch. Sometimes I do that too, because I don't get up enough.
Yeah, when that's happening, I'm usually going on to make the notes for the next live show. So it's just like it's a balance. It's a balance. It's driving me insane, but in a good way. But thanks to everybody who's joining us live here today. We really appreciate it. This is the show that we do here every week on the Outlaw Nation show. It's the relaxed show, a fun show, talking about stuff that's going on in the world of entertainment, but also getting into some what's trending on social media, what's coming out, what's out now. So you'll get some Black Widow Tomorrow War talk a little bit later on in the show. We're also going to preview some stuff that's coming out this week that you might want to take a gander at, either on film or on TV, or maybe video game wise as well. And we'll also get into some questions like, well, should you be grilling this July 4th weekend?
Should you?
Into those interesting questions for sure. And throughout the whole show, we really appreciate you sending in your Streamlabs and your Super Chats. You see the Streamlabs address above both our heads in the middle there. It's also in the description of the video, and I'm about to pin it in the chat as well. So look for it there. Send in your support. Hey, it's a holiday weekend. Send us some support to send us off into the weekend in a positive way. We'd love to see it. So, all right, Wendy, let's get it going. Let's jump into our first story here. Last night in Soho, talk to me. The release date has been delayed yet again. What is happening?
It's just, I feel like I should know. None of us should be really surprised at this point when any films get delayed. But we just think, as especially here in LA, like we were one of the later states to open up. And as things start to reopen, you're thinking like, okay, no more delays. All the movies that have been delayed happen now. And I remember, I think this movie was supposed to come out last year. We were supposed to see it. Obviously, but it's not too much longer. We just have to be a little bit more patient. It's only pushed back by a week. And, but it just feels like they keep pushing it back, kind of like New Mutants. They keep pushing it back. Ironically, Anya Taylor-Joy are both movies. Oh God. So it's just been pushed back 1 week. So it's, I think it's the 22nd of,
the 29th. It'll be the 29th.
Yes.
It was the 22nd, but now it'll be the 29th. Yeah.
They wanted just to have the film come out a little bit closer to Halloween, which I get because it's, it's kind of got that thriller, suspense, psychological type of air to it. And so now it'll come out around the same time as Guillermo del Toro's Antlers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know if that means they're going to want to shift again or what. I hope not. I think we miss movies so much. I think people miss movies so much. Just put it out. What's not to say somebody can't do a double feature or Friday this one, Saturday this one,
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great point.
I am a little bummed that it's pushed back.
Yeah. I mean, it was supposed to come out, in April of last year. Then it got pushed to sometime later on at the beginning of this year. Then it got pushed again here to this date. And now it's being pushed one more time to the 29th. I said this before the year changed over. I'm like, if you haven't started a YouTube channel, 2021 is the time to start a YouTube channel because all these films are going to be like a literal tidal wave just coming over the horizon or a tsunami just coming over the horizon to fall down right at your feet. So if you're not, this is what's happening. And these studios are trying to move around and shift around. If I'm Guillermo del Toro, I'm a little bit offended. You're saying that my comrade, Denis Villeneuve, my French comrade, Denis Villeneuve, his film is going to cause you more trouble than my film will, Antlers. So that's why you moved to my date. So I might take a little bit of a slight there, but I'm just playing around. But this is Edgar Wright.
He's a good humor guy.
Yes, right. And this is Edgar Wright versus Guillermo del Toro. And don't tell me Denis Villeneuve's Dune is not going to carry over into the second week. So this is a hell of a battle. And what a treat for us as movie lovers and movie viewers, Wendy, to have these incredible filmmakers dropping their films within a week of each other for us to consume and enjoy.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, as a consumer or your general movie loving moviegoer, I love the schedule. That means something to do and something we can look forward to, especially now theaters are open back up. As a creator, you're like, oh God, stop. Wait. I can't do it all. Now what happened in this movie? I gotta talk about it. I gotta read it. Now I gotta edit it.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot in this thing, right? Just from the trailer, there's going to be a lot in this thing. So madness, absolute madness.
They're very excited for it.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. And, it makes sense to go closer to Halloween because it's going to have that kind of horror vibe to it overall. So, or at least psychological horror. So that's going to work really, really well. And for those of you who may not know, it's about a young girl who's passionate in fashion design, who is mysteriously able to enter into the 1960s where she encounters her idol, a dazzling wannabe singer. That's Anya Taylor-Joy. But 1960s London is not what it appears to be, and time seems to fall apart with shady consequences. Of course, Thomasin McKenzie leading the way on this one. So two really great up-and-coming actresses who are establishing themselves very powerfully in the world of TV and film. So pretty good stuff, Wendy.
Yeah, if you haven't watched Jojo Rabbit, go do it now. You'll see, see her performance in it, which is really, really fantastic.
Absolutely. All right, let's move on to our next story here. It's that Knives Out 2. Wendy, we're waiting for the call, each of us, to get into this movie.
Check my email again to see if I got cast. And no email. You?
Nothing. Damn. No email either. Absolutely not. They added Ethan Hawke and Jada Pinkett Smith to their cast. Honestly, how can there possibly be enough storylines for all these people to be in the film, Wendy? What do you think about this?
I mean, I feel like certain actors will get kind of more of screen time aside from Daniel Craig, obviously, because he is the lead detective. But, as we saw in the last one, that was a pretty stacked cast too. But I would say, prominently featured would be Ana de Armas, Chris Evans. I kind of want to say Toni Collette had a fair share of screen time. But there are a couple of other, actors that, yes, they're on screen, but they're not on screen as often as some of the other ones. Namely, I think more of the maybe the younger actors.
Yeah.
Had less screen time. So I'm guessing with this one, I don't know, because there's no one that's like really newcomer.
Right. That's the thing that's fascinating about this. There's so many people who are already established.
It's a 3-hour movie.
Part of this cast. Yeah, it's going to have to be. Here's the cast right now. Edward Norton, Janelle Monáe, Catherine Hahn, Leslie Odom Jr., Kate Hudson, Jessica Henwick, Ethan Hawke, Jada Pinkett Smith. I think, wasn't Dave Bautista?
Dave Bautista has joined as well.
Yeah, Dave Bautista is in this thing as well. So yeah, a lot of people coming on board on this one. So this is I don't know. This is going to be very, very interesting. And of course, maybe because he's casting a bunch of people who aren't newcomers necessarily, Wendy, this is going to be possibly a deeper film, a more complex film, a film that requires a little bit more from you as you're watching it. Because I think the Kenneth Branagh, what was it, Death on the Nile that's coming out, like that's going to be more of like a fun murder mystery. This one might have a little more complexity to it than you might expect overall. Nothing against Agatha Christie.
No, it's classic.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But this one, because I think the Presidents was set for the previous one, and I think I like that they used the mystery writer's, death to make it, it's like a murder mystery within a murder mystery kind of a deal. So I like that, and like one of the cops had, I believe, read the books, so kind of using that in their detective skills is cool. And Ryan Johnson tweeted out, I think just 2-3 days ago, says, and we're off day 1 of filming the next Blanc mystery, thanks to all the lovely patient people here in Greece. So they're filming in Greece for letting us all do this murdering on their peaceful shores. They're in Greece. As that means the views are going to be amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Greece is beautiful. Well, and remember, this is on the heels of Ryan Johnson and his producing partner signing that $469 million deal, not 450, $469 million deal. And they're doing these 2 films back to back. Oh, not back to back. I guess they're doing 2 and 3. But still, Wendy, this is what happens when you shift from Lionsgate to Netflix, right? When you mess around with Netflix money, you can bring in a more high-powered cast. That first cast is great. Don't get me wrong. But this next cast is coming in with a little more power, so you can afford to bring those people on to be a part of your movie for sure. And then, of course, who knows who's going to be in Knives Out 3? It's right? A lot of people probably angling to already be in Knives Out 3.
I'm still waiting for my email.
I love it. But according to what IndieWire here, the deal gives Johnson full creative control of the franchise. Full creative control. Not a lot of people had that. Nope. He hasn't have to take any notes from Netflix. The only contingencies were that Daniel Craig has to star in the sequels and that each must have at least the budget of the 2019 movie, which was in the $40 million range. And if this works out, sources are saying to IndieWire that Ryan Johnson, Rand Bergman, who is his producing partner, and Daniel Craig stand to walk away with upwards of $100 million each just for doing these movies. So there you go.
Oh, wow.
Wendy, you got to get that. You got to get that email, Wendy. You got to get that email.
I'll quit YouTube.
There you go.
I'll go retire. After that, I'll just go to Greece.
Yeah, I like it. Should be coming out next year, I guess, right? It looks like it's going to be. They're speculating to launch in summer of 2022 on Netflix. So that'll be fun to see.
I'm actually really happy this is Netflix.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's good.
Lionsgate sometimes, no offense to Lionsgate, but sometimes the quality, because they don't have a lot of money to spend as much as a big studio does. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, when you watch that last Saw film, the one that Chris Rock was executive producer for, once you get past the name talent, and that includes Marisol Nichols, who I interviewed on my channel for it, it was like a bunch of nobodies. And that showed in a lot of the scenes, a lot of the acting, and a lot of the way they approached the look of this film and the feel of this film. I think they undercut the film by going cheap on it when they should have maybe fleshed it out a little bit more with some actors who can actually bring some levels to their performances. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Maybe you all loved it. Anyway, so let's move on to a super chat here from Annabelle Roman. Says, loving the conversation. Both of you rock hard. Hello. What's your most anticipated trailer / teaser to come? Glad to be a part of the Rocha Empire, not the evil one.
Love it.
All right, fair. Wendy, what's your most anticipated trailer / teaser yet to come this year?
I literally just saw this.
Oh,
like
okay.
Not right before, like literally a second before we went live. But the trailer it's a new trailer for Masters of the Universe Revelation.
Oh, yeah.
Just came out, so I'm kind of itching to like watch it, but I can't watch it without Dustin here, and he's not home, he's at work. So I literally cannot watch it until 5-6 o'clock in the afternoon when he is home again. Most anticipated trailer / teaser to come. I want to see another one for Dune.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think I have to be in the Dune boat with you. The pictures have sold me, but I want to see something more, just something more from it for sure. I'll throw in another Top Gun Maverick trailer would be nice. I don't need to see a No Time to Die trailer. How about another Batman trailer? I mean, right?
Yes.
Another The Batman trailer would be nice.
Yes.
Because that first one, as Annabelle so eloquently said, that first one rocked hard. So I'd like to see the second one come through and rock even harder, and we get a little more of the story overall and the 90s angst that is all over this thing for sure.
And then probably Spider-Man No Way Home, because we've gotten nothing.
Yes, right.
We've gotten nothing from them.
He agrees with you, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, nice. The internet is going crazy about Zendaya and Tom Holland sharing a kiss in their car.
Oh, what?
I didn't know that they were
offset.
Yeah, offset.
Oh, damn.
I mean, look, she's really hot. He's really cute. They're in a movie together. They have chemistry. Like, you know what? They're young. Do it. Do what you got to do.
Hollywood. This is Hollywood.
It's not fun. Yeah.
Have fun. Exactly.
Enjoy. Let them be people like, oh my God. And I'm like, oh, leave them alone. Yes, it's very cute, but also leave them alone.
I'm going to scratch that off the rundown. I was going to talk about that. I'm going to scratch that off the rundown. I'm just joking. Chris Taylor says, respect to Daniel Craig for leaving a franchise and possibly starting a new one. Smart move. Yeah. And Wendy's going to make some money off. I mean, as if he didn't make enough money off Bond. Now he's going to make so much off these Knives Out. This guy's set for life now, man.
And I mean, I think he had a lot of fun. Like, how can you not have fun playing James Bond, right? But I think there's a lot of pressure comes with James Bond because so many people love it, and there's you're in a whole line of like, you know, previous Bonds that's kind of like then you're always compared. Are you better than this Bond? And I like this Bond better. Blah blah blah. Right. And everybody's got to say. And Bond is also a bit more like serious and grounded, where he gets to have, I think, just the best time on set with Knives Out, as we saw his ad-lib, you know, line of his donut theory in Knives Out 1. Like, I think it's hilarious that it's all improv. Yeah, he's having a great time. He's in Greece. He's having a good time.
Absolutely. Why not? Do as the Greeks do. Steve Calderon says Ghostbusters Afterlife. He's looking forward to a trailer for that. And also The Matrix 4. Absolutely. Something from The Matrix 4. And apparently there was a screening in LA a week or two ago.
Matrix 4?
Of Matrix 4. A couple of people I know went to that screening and had some interesting comments about it. So we shall see.
Was it like one of the testing, early testing maybe?
Yeah.
When is that movie due to come out?
Oh, it's a good question. I think it's sometime late.
I don't think it's
November.
This year.
This
year?
I don't know. Let me see. The Matrix 4. Let's see.
2021 film.
December 22nd is what it's supposed to. At least right now, the release date says on IMDb December 22nd, but maybe it's expected for Christmas this year.
Interesting. Well, it's still really early out for an actual press screening, so I'm sure that was like an early test one or something.
Yeah, it was exactly. But it's amazing how early they have these films ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah. Wish I could have gotten to that. All right, let's. We got a couple of Streamlabs that came through. Wendy here. One from Andrew Russell says, "Just showing some support. Enjoy the 4th, John and Wendy. I had a nice, relaxing Canada Day on the 1st.
Canada Day.
Wishing the same for you both. Your Canada Day. Wendy, have you ever celebrated Canada Day?
I've not celebrated Canada Day. I loved my time in Canada when I was in Toronto. I was only there for I think a week, but." No, I think it was only actually there for 4 days. It was a very short trip. But it was a good time. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to go back.
What was that for?
For TIFF.
TIFF, right on. That's right. That's right. We talked about that last week.
Yeah.
We got the rundown for TIFF last week. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Andrew.
Happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day. And enjoy July 4th on us on Sunday. Just enjoy it on us. America lets you enjoy it. John Speaks says, did you see the Don't Breathe 2 trailer? It looked interesting, but it feels kind of weird to make the blind man a protagonist after what he did in the first film. I can't speak on it because I still haven't seen Don't Breathe. So
wait.
Yeah, that might be some viewing on Sunday, maybe, now that this trailer has come out. So. Is it
you just missed it, or you don't? It's because I can't. No. I can't remember. Do you not like horror movies?
No, I like horror movies, and I love Stephen Lang. So I don't I don't know why Slang. I don't know why I haven't watched it yet, but I will watch it for sure.
I'm so surprised.
I know.
Why was I positive that you were? Are you sure you didn't go?
No, I didn't go. And no,
why do I feel like you were sitting close to where I was sitting?
Don't Breathe and Green Room were the 2 ones that I still haven't seen yet from like when I first got hired at Collider, and I should have watched them and I haven't. So,
okay.
So, Green Room cost me a match once, way back in the old days.
Right. Not like Bespin. Sorry.
Oh my God, Wendy! A2 Wendy. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Oh no. Show's over, guys. Thanks for being here.
Oh my God. All right, let's move on. All right,
let's move on.
Keep sending in your Streamlabs and your Super Chats as we go along. Thank you very much. Keep supporting the show, supporting everything we're doing here on the Outlaw Nation, but most of all, supporting this show and the fun we're having here on this Friday. All right, Wendy, what do we got here? A little old guard news. Charlize Theron talking to Variety. What does she have to say?
Oh, she has confirmed with Variety that the script for the sequel for The Old Guard has been written. There's a production schedule to begin during the first quarter of 2022. So she's also let us know that Marwan Kenzari and Luca Marnelli are coming back as Joe and Nikki, who I loved in The Old Guard. Now, The Old Guard on Netflix was such a surprise film to me because the action looked good. I love Charlize. I think she's a really fantastic actress. I love seeing her do action. But the premise of it was really interesting, these folks being immortals, essentially. Yeah. But it goes deeper than them just, people wanting to come after them to kind of farm their blood and see, like, what is it about that? Can we be immortal as well? Because, that's kind of in a lot of books, we always see, characters and stories obsessing over like Fountain of Youth, immortality, things like that. But there's a lot more that goes into it, such as, backstabs and betrayals and certain people from their past that can still pop back up because they are immortal. And especially where we saw with Charlize by the end of this film, what's happening with her. So I didn't realize that they would be doing a sequel, though they left it open, the possibility for a sequel. Yeah. So this just makes me really excited because I've been dying. As soon as I saw the end, I was like, wait, there's got to be a sequel, right? Because I need to know how, like, where this is going to go. And they set it up perfectly. So I'm really happy about this. And I guess there was news that a second installment was coming. It was announced last year. And, so this is exciting. And I love that it's on Netflix. Back on Netflix, so I will definitely be tuning in. Did you like The Old Guard when you watched it?
I liked most of it. I will say that there were a couple of spots where I felt like, but overall, I liked it, and I loved seeing Charlotte. This is, I don't know if there are words to really describe what happens when you watch someone really kind of come into their power after they've been in the business for a while, and then you see them bring that strength to the roles that they're doing. There's just such a confidence to Charlize Theron's acting now. Not that she wasn't confident in the past before, or for whatever reason she had, her approach to it. This feels like she is really in command. She understands what she's doing, really even more powerfully. And, you see her executive producing other things like Fincher's Mindhunter on Netflix and a couple other projects, the latest Adam Sandler film she even executive produced. So she is so smart about the business, and she is now in essence one of the veterans of the business, and still brings it every a minute of every time that she's on screen. And the training that she did for Old Guard, I mean, imagine all the training she did for Atomic Blonde, and people were like marveling at her being able to do all that. Now you throw in Old Guard, and some of those moves, some of those fight sequences, she was stellar. So I'm excited they're bringing this thing back. 70 million households apparently watched it on Netflix. That's at least what they said. And of course, as Wendy said, it ends with that cliffhanger of the woman who was essentially Charlize Theron's character's lover, Quinn, in the movie. And in the books, comic books as well, she escaped that Iron Maiden somehow. And now has she come for revenge on Charlize when she shows up at Matej Schonard's apartment? I don't know. But it looks like that's going to be like where we start off from and see where we go from there. So it's a series of graphic novels. If you haven't read Old Guard, they're all available out there for you to read on in your comic book store. But this is great, and I hope they make some of the changes from the first Old Guard and kind of shave down, make it a little more of a straightforward linear story, cut out some of the fat on the side of it, and I think it'll be a great next installment in this franchise for sure. Did you like it?
Sure.
Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it. I just thought it was a lot of fun. I like the mixture of, that they have, all the weapons, but like as far as firearms go, but they also, she's swinging the axe around.
Yeah.
And also, that axe is crazy. I like that when, just because they're immortal, they don't not feel pain. Right. So whenever they do get hurt, like you still see them go, it's just kind of something they've learned to deal with and get used to, but it doesn't, like, they're not invincible. Right. They can still die.
Yeah, they can die.
Yeah. They can die if they don't regenerate or whatever, maybe fast enough.
Exactly. All right, let's move on to our next thing. So we'll be looking forward to more announcements for the next Old Guard movie and when it might be released. Wendy, this is a big news story. The Alien TV series now, there's been some plot details that have been released about this. Noah Hawley was being interviewed. For those who don't know Noah Hawley, he's the showrunner for Legion and Fargo. He was in an interview with Vanity Fair, and he talked about some of the plot details coming up for the TV series. When he's speaking about Alien, he said the Alien stories are always trapped in a prison, trapped in a spaceship. I thought it would be interesting to open it up a little bit so that the stakes of what happens if you can't contain it are more immediate. He said the show will not be about Ellen Ripley, which is, of course, Sigourney Weaver's character. He felt that the story had been told perfectly and there was nothing to add. The new series is going to be set on Earth, so that's new to the Alien franchise as well. He said that the first 2 episodes are written with production looking to start next spring, so it's going to be a while before we see this thing overall. And so I mean, he said when he talked about the other Aliens movies, he said those are great monster movies, but they're not just monster movies. They're about humanity trapped between our primordial parasitic past and our artificial intelligence future, and they're both trying to kill us. Here you have human beings and they can't go forward and they can't go back. So I find that really interesting. So what do you think, Wendy? Set on Earth, the alien comes to Earth now. What is this, zombie vibes? Is this like is this Day of the Dead vibes? Like, what's your feeling as you hear these plot details being released by Noah Hawley about the Alien TV series?
Well, I just hope that they don't fall in the ways of, and I don't think they will, but you know how like when we took Jurassic Park, when we came out of the island and we're in the city?
Right.
Yeah, I just don't want it to have that kind of a problem. But I do like what Holly was saying. He said that the alien stories are always trapped in a prison, trapped in a spaceship. And they thought that it'd be interesting to open up a little bit more so that the stakes, like, what if you can't contain it? And that can be horrifying and scary. Yeah. So I'm I would like to see something a little bit different, because I think there is something scary to be confined and locked in and trapped with the monster, but it's also scary where you're like, you don't really have a choice. It's not just to survive. You have to also prevent it from like massively killing people.
Yeah. And is there only one? Because if it's called Aliens TV series, that's
but plural. It's called
Is there a title for it?
There is. It just says new Alien TV shows.
Okay.
Alien singular. That's the word they're using for right now, but there's no that could change.
Yeah.
I bet you there's more than one.
There's probably more than one. You're probably
I feel like there's more than one. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that's got to be the way to go, for God's sakes. Give me multiple aliens if you're going to put it on Earth, because then it can be contained by a bunch of people for sure, surrounding it or whatever, eventually subduing it. You could hit it with a nuclear. Well, you don't want to say nuclear bomb, but you know what I'm saying. It can be. You've been able to kill. People have been able to kill aliens with machine guns in the past. So why wouldn't they be able to kill it when they catch it here on Earth? So there's got to come with multiple ones, I think, so that it becomes something that's dangerous for everybody involved overall. All right. Anything more to say on that, Wendy?
I think I'm just looking forward to it. I can't wait to see what other details that they give us about this. So, always love aliens. They always freak me out. So I know it's not real. I know it's not, I can't, it's not like you watch Jaws and you're afraid to go into the ocean. It's not like, aliens, I'm afraid to like walk downstairs to my garage. Like that's not going to, it's not going to pop out at me, a xenomorph, but scary nonetheless.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. D. Ross Walker says, Rocha has a battle plan. Yeah, I do. Hit it with a nuclear weapon. Should I drive down to San Diego and just hole up at your house? Yeah, hole up at the house. We'll take care of the other. It won't be a problem. I'm going to set up machine guns all around the house, turrets all around the house. Well, we'll see. Take it out. All right, let's see if we got any more Streamlabs super chats. Keep sending in your support for the show, ladies and gentlemen. We'd love to hear from you. John Speaks. He sent in a Streamlabs, says, hey, do you think they are going the supernatural route with Halloween kills? Yeah, Wendy, that trailer dropped a few days ago. He said, I don't know how else are they going to explain Mike Myers surviving the fire and a mob going after him. I hope they don't go the supernatural route. Well, yeah, what do you think, Wendy? Do you think we're going supernatural? Yeah. I do, actually. Yeah. 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 Do you not? Do you feel? No, I always felt it did have the supernatural. Look, in the first movie, the original. I didn't until she said what she said. Right. That's fair. Mm-hmm. But like in the first original movie, Jamie Lee Curtis shoots him 6 times. Okay, and falls off the balcony, so he falls 20 feet. Okay, yeah. So I was just reading about an actor in the 90s, a French actor who was in Rambo 3, and he died because he had forgot his keys in his house. He had locked himself out, so he climbed up to the 2nd floor of his house, slipped off, fell backwards onto the ground 20 feet, and died. So Mike Myers was shot 6 times and fell backwards off the balcony of a 2nd floor. I see what you're saying. And lived. So clearly supernatural, and walked away. You know what I'm saying? So with no blood on the ground. So he's always been a supernatural entity. That's one of the things that I've always enjoyed. Super soldier serum. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Why not? Why not throw all the super soldiers? I want there to be like a satire film for Halloween and just see how Michael Myers actually gets himself out of these situations. Like, for example, if we go back to the first Halloween, he's off the balcony. He actually flips and it's like superhero lands, dust off, and like walk away. And he's like, next time. Parkour. Next time. Parkour. Maybe what's that? Maybe what is it? Yeah, super soldier is good. I like that. What else could it be? Serum. I don't know. What else could it be? Well, I like what Andrew Valdez is saying here. He said they're going super, and he said he doesn't think that they're going supernatural, but they've always said that Michael Myers is not human. He's the shape / the boogeyman. Right. I mean, that I feel like that sits a little supernatural to me, but it is. Who knows? He's always represented the inevitability of death. That's what he's always represented. So I don't know why you would want to humanize him, because that's what I hated about the Rob Zombie version of the Halloween films. Oh, it's because his mama didn't love him enough or hug him enough. Fuck that. Like that drives me nuts. He is unknowable. That's what makes him terrorizing. That's what COVID-19 was, unknowable. That's why we were all terrified. These are the things that are important. That's what he represents, is things that we don't know that pop up out of the blue and we can't seem to stop it. And we don't know what to do to stop it. That's real terror. And so he represents that to us. And Laurie Strode, in essence, represents us encapsulated in one woman having to deal with this nonsense of this dude who supposedly was her brother. Let's see. All right. What's the next one here? Fred Tastic says, hey, Wendy and John, great show. Thank you, Fred. Any chance we can get an alien movie on Earth where they realize humans are too ruthless and the story becomes an Escape from Earth movie? Wendy, can we get an alien movie where the alien is trying to escape Earth, escape the humans, because the humans are the problem, not the alien? Is that possible?
God, then the Earth has got to be really effed up for the alien to be like, you know what? I got to go. You guys are messed up.
Right?
I don't know if they go that premise.
What if the alien shows up accidentally at the insurrection on January 6th? Like, I think he'd be kind of freaked out by what he's got going.
Fly in, they're like, and we're U-turn.
Oh, no.
No fly, no fly.
Those fuckers are crazy. I'm out of here. I like that idea, though. I like the idea that an alien species comes down thinking they're going to take over the Earth and then realize the human beings are pretty fucked up people. And he goes, I got to get out of here. I can't be having this. So, yeah. That's funny. All right. One more question here. Alan Smithy says, hi, Wendy and John. Thank you, Smithy. Good to see you, brother. He says, I remember an early trailer for Alien 3, which made it seem like the alien was coming to Earth. The tagline was, on Earth, everyone can hear you scream. They even showed an alien egg hovering over Earth. Glad it's finally a real thing. Yeah, I think I might remember that too, Smithy, to be honest with you. And then it was a bit of a swerve because they were on what felt like an Earth prison, but they were on a separate planet, and this prison planet with everything that happened there. So I guess they were trying to strip it down and make it more ground floor horror. But then they went the other route with it, of course. And now maybe this time they are. It is coming to Earth. So let's see what happens. All right, Wendy, let's move on to what is trending. What is trending? What's the next thing?
You guys, you got to know it's not Explain the World without a little bit of K-pop news. Got to put in some K-pop. So the Blackpink we talked about last week, that the 4+1 project is they're having a movie out. So they have released the tickets. The tickets have gone on sale, and there's only 2 days that they're doing. So it's not like a traditional movie release. It's kind of more of like, what are those like events that they used to have in like AMC? You used to see the ads for it. It usually would be like an opera or something like that. And you buy like specific, it's kind of, I guess like that. I still don't really know exactly what this movie is about, but the film hits theaters on August 4th and August 8th. And then tickets went on sale 2 days ago. So I 100% bought myself a ticket.
Really?
Wow. I was like, and purchase. I'm going with my light stick. I hope it still lights up. I don't know. I got to switch out the battery and see if it's going to be, I don't know. We'll see. But the film supposedly will be showcasing each of the members of the group. So Jisoo, Jennie, Rose, and Lisa. And then there will be different segments, which includes the Room of Memories, which will reflect on their last 5 years. And then there's like a beauty segment, which like K-pop, the industry, it's a lot of it is about like the visuals. So they'll feature shots of the members, and then they have exclusive interviews, which they'll have like, different messages for their fans, their blinks. And of course, like highlight performance footages from the 2021 exclusive concert that they did, like a virtual concert that they filmed, as well as 2018's In Your Area shows and a couple of other hit songs. And who knows what else. So the showtime, I think it's only like an hour 45 or something like that.
Right.
But it's exciting. And then according to Rolling Stone, this film is going to be offered in a variety of formats. So there's also going to be like, I've never heard of this before, including a expanded 3-screen system that utilizes the sidewalls of the theater, and that's called Screen X. So it's a multi-sensory experience. It's meant to mimic a live concert experience, which is kind of like a 4DX.
Right.
Combination of the two. I'm just going to the AMC near me to watch it. But man, it'd be really cool to go into that theater and see my favorite K-pop band that way.
Yeah. Wow. Should I go see this thing and do a review? I don't know. A piece of me is kind of curious. To go see this thing. How much were is this a regular movie ticket just to go see it?
Wendy? It's $17 for one ticket. Okay. Which is like, yeah,
it's not bad. That's not bad. All right. Maybe I'll give it a shot. We can go see it myself and see what the experience is like with a little Blackpink for sure. But we don't know what the movie. We don't know. But you gave us a good idea of what the movie's about. But we don't know how many theaters it's going to be in. We don't know how they're going to screen it overall, other than what you spoke about in certain theaters having that 3-screen system, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, this sounds great. Like I imagine the Cinerama Dome when it was open.
Yeah,
you could have done that there, don't you think?
Is it? I've only been in there once.
In the Cinerama Dome?
It didn't. Yeah, I know. I've lived in LA for 12 years. I've only been in there once.
What?
For Parasite. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Mm-hmm. For Parasite, 2019 was your first time in there? Wow. All right. Mm-hmm. I'm shocked.
So I didn't know that. I don't know if that one has like that kind of a feature. I don't know any. I looked at any of the, and it's all traditional. Like at the best I can get is an IMAX.
Okay.
But that even wasn't available there. So I don't know. Like it's really, like I looked for it. I think I may have to drive to one that's really far, which I'm not willing to do.
Right.
But
okay.
Yeah. But I imagine on a screen like that, it'd be more than $17, no?
I would think so, yeah, because IMAX is what, usually 25 to 30.
Yeah, it's expensive.
So the fact that it was only 17.
Like if I look on Adam's ticket right now, like it doesn't show me any, even if I go as far out as like Norwalk, Downey, Chino Hills, it's not giving me of any of the like super fun sounding theaters that's being described in this article. I mean, they have it on the bottom.
Right,
they say Screen X, they say this, and I'm just like, well, where can I find one of those? Show me.
Show me on the doll.
No. I have to go all the way to Brenna Park for it.
Woo! Yikes. All right.
Screen X at wait. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Looking right now to see
at a Regal.
Okay.
At a Regal, and where is this though? I can pick a seat, but I don't even know. Oh, Long Beach. Yeah, no pass.
The LBC. Okay.
No, it's too far for me. I like Blackpink, but not. I would just see the movie and support the girls.
All right. I like it. Well, let's move on to the next thing here. And this is something that's become a very important, interesting thing in my life, actually. Not important, but interesting thing in my life. And that's Ghosts of Tsushima.
Yes, Wendy. That's why I put this topic in here.
Yeah, thank you so much. I just played it for the first time a couple of nights ago for an hour and a half, an engrossing video game to play. And there's a PS5 upgrade that is coming soon. It'll be in 4K. There'll be graphic improvements, and there's an official announcement trailer that's out now if you want to watch it. It's going to experience you get new content and a story expansion as well. It'll be called the Director's Cut, and it'll release in late August for $69.99 on PS5, $59.99 on PS4. However, if you've been playing on the PS4, it'll drop to $19.99 to receive the Director's Cut, or $29.99 if they plan to play on the PS5. It'll include new story content, but PS5 owners, that's me, will be able to play with the haptic feedback and improved frame rate of around 60 FPS, among other total. But it doesn't say whether it will be a free upgrade to the PS5 for people who bought it on the PS4, because that's what it is right now. It's a PS4 version of the game that you can play. So I feel like those of us who bought PS5s, we've gotten free upgrades for all the sports games. So I feel, and the Jedi Fallen Order, I got a free upgrade. So is Ghost of Tsushima not going to be a free upgrade? It doesn't say here.
Well, it just hasn't been announced yet, but maybe it might. I mean, it doesn't say it here.
Doesn't.
It doesn't.
I'm going to call Sony after this. Is that who I
call?
The
game? Next to your email from Ryan Johnson to say that you've been casting Knives Out too.
Right after I get that email. I'm going to borrow some.
I like
Daniel
that
Craig's
you don't
money.
have to, drop. Wait, so, okay.
Yeah.
See, I think that's what's confusing is that if you have the game already, then you will just be getting this improved stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that would be crappy if they're like, oh, here, drop another $50, $60 after you've already given us that money. I don't like it when games do that.
Yeah. Well, it seems like PS4, if you own a PS4 and you want to upgrade, that's $20.
Yeah.
But if you want to go and play it on the PS5 after you've already played on the PS4, that's $30. So it's not a free. It looks like it's not a free.
It's not a free one.
Upgrade. Yeah.
I mean, I guess 20 to 30 isn't too outrageous for like your downloadable content or something like that. But the thing is that it's not new content. It's the same story you've played before.
Right.
So, well, no, wait. Sorry. My article keeps jumping around because of these stupid ads. On this article I'm trying to read, both versions of Director's Cut will include new story content.
Yeah.
So you are getting new content. So good.
Yes, you will get new content. So this is from pushsquare.com that it's charging $9.99 premium to upgrade the PS4 version of the Director's Cut to the PS5 version at a time when free PS4 to PS5 upgrades have become standard. So this is weird. So they are going to charge you. But now, do you have to buy the Director's Cut first?
I think so.
Confused. Okay.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying about this is really confusing. What do you think? Okay, let's just say if you do have to purchase it.
Yeah.
Do you think you would because you're currently playing the game right now?
For $10, yes. For $30, I probably wouldn't. That's that to me. I'm like, nah, because at that point, you're getting me paying for 2 games. And the fact that I paid for the game, I didn't ask you to upgrade to a PS5. You went ahead and upgraded to a PS5. Why should I have to pay the extra to play the games and what have you? That's why I've liked that they gave you the PS5 on version on FIFA and on Madden as free upgrades. And Jedi Fallen Order got upgraded for free as well. So it seems odd to me that they would go anything past $10. That just doesn't make sense to me at all. I'm just saying. Yeah, like Valhalla. I upgraded Valhalla before I played it the other day. Cyberpunk was Destiny 2 was upgraded. Doom Eternal was upgraded. Final Fantasy's upgraded. Marvel's Avengers, for whatever that was worth, was upgraded. Mortal Kombat was upgraded. Yes, and Saints Row was upgraded as well. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. I should play that sometime.
Yeah.
And there's a thing called Yakuza Like a Dragon. I don't. Is that a? Are you Yakuza? I might watch that. I might play that.
Ooh.
All right. I like. Oh, yeah. I'm getting into these things. Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, I am on Twitch. Wendy's already on Twitch. So if you're not following on Twitch, follow Wendy on Twitch. At Wendy Lee Zaney, right? Is that right? Is that where you're on there? Yeah.
Twitch.tv/Wendy Lee Zaney.
There you go. I'm the Outlaw Nation there, but maybe I should change it to the Rocha Says just to keep it all uniform. We'll see. But yeah, that's what's going on. So if you want to follow me there, I've been playing games there. Gonna do a watch along of one of the Euro games tomorrow, and then maybe as I'm relaxing on Sunday, if the lady takes the dog out for a walk for an hour and a half that we're dog sitting, I will play a Red Dead Redemption on Twitch. So
that's fun.
Yeah,
that's fun. Reading some of the comments here from MK. If you already own Ghost of Tsushima on PS4, you can pre-order and upgrade. And you can upgrade directly from the original Ghost of Tsushima PS4 to Director's Cut for $29.99.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is that then it's not giving us any info on those of you who have the PS5.
Yeah. They shouldn't charge more money for it. It just $10, okay, but not 30. Screw that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what happens with that. I'm sure we'll have more updates on it as we go along. Wendy,
I hope so.
Yeah. Where shall we go next?
It's not breaking news because this did just drop 40 minutes ago, but I think we should talk about it. Lovecraft Country, according to Deadline, is not returning for a season 2 on HBO. They're not getting a second installment, and HBO said in a statement to Deadline, quote, "We will not be moving forward with a second season of Lovecraft Country. We're grateful for the dedication and artistry of the gifted cast and crew, and to Misha Green, who crafted this groundbreaking series, and to the fans, thank you for joining us on this journey." So I am two things. I am surprised to hear that they were canceling it, considering I would like to think it was really, really popular and a lot of people tuned in to watch Lovecraft Country. The second thing is that I guess I was really out of the loop for the second season because I just thought that they wouldn't be doing a second season.
Oh, okay.
So that's two things that surprised me. So finding this out, I am actually pretty bummed about that.
I'm sorry.
Honestly, I really liked the show. I thought it was really good. Though I was curious how they were going to continue the story after the final episode. I was like, where are they going to? And that's why I thought, okay, they just wouldn't do the next season because I felt like, okay, the story ended. Yes, they could carry on with certain other characters, but I thought they could have left it where it was as well. So it's interesting. But yeah, I guess that the decision was made to not proceed with the second season.
Yeah, interesting.
Wow.
Oh, that's a shame. I know a lot of people really loved it. A lot of people thought it was yet another groundbreaking show led by Black actors and actresses, and with a great showrunner. On the heels of Watchmen. So it's a shame that won't be coming back for a second season. But I mean, Jonathan Majors is about to become Kang the Conqueror in the MCU, and Wunmi Musaka is already in Loki. So it's like, I think in Journey Smollett-Bell, I'm sure she's got other things she's working on that she wants to jump into. Yeah. So maybe they looked at the landscape of this and were like, let's move on from this. We won't be able to get everybody back like we'd like to do. Maybe that was the reason. So, but yeah, it's a shame for the people who did enjoy it. Yeah. I'm sure more will come out as this breaks. All right, Wendy, you put this in the rundown here for July 4th weekend. Everybody settle in on this one. Before you go grilling burgers or hot dogs or brats or kebabs or chicken breasts or veggie burgers, what's the deal here? Why is grilling possibly a danger here on July 4th?
It was just weird because I saw this, on Twitter. Sometimes I go to the Explore page just to see kind of what everybody else is talking about. And it popped up at me and it says why grilling is bad or why you shouldn't grill. And I was like, well, why shouldn't I grill? Because, especially with 4th of July coming up, typically you want to heat up the grill. You get some hot dogs on there, cheeseburgers, turkey burgers, whatever. You want kebabs. I don't know. So according to he's a columnist for Insider. He's also host of KCRW's Left, Right, and Center. And his name is Josh Barrow, and says, your grill is filthy. It has poor temperature control, and for some idiot reason, has this heating element below. So the food, the fat drips into it and catches fire. There's better ways to cook, he says, in your kitchen. And he says in a tweet, in like kind of a thread below, I already told you in 2019, which he said the same thing. Any food you can make on the grill can be made more easily and more precise using your kitchen appliances. I actually never thought of it in the sense of like the temperature not, being right. And I think with certain, kitchen utensils and appliances, you could potentially cook better and like, maybe not have your fat like drip down and then it's burning up. It is, I will say, I am not a master griller. I know some people love to grill. I am not one of those people. I have a hard time gauging the temperature. Like it's either for me, like I got to put it back on the grill because it's just a little undercooked, or it's like crap, now it's overcooked. There's no medium for me. I don't know how to do it. I don't know if you've had any problems with grilling, but I'm not an expert.
I'm not a griller. I don't do it, but I have friends who do. So I go to their houses. My girlfriend loves barbecuing. So we got a barbecue a few weeks ago. We're going to try it out on July 4th. So maybe this doesn't apply to this guy's column here because we're doing it for the first time, as opposed to, what he's talking about, that you've used your grill multiple times. And these are the things that can happen. But let me tell this guy who's trying to rain on people's parade on July 4th. Look at this guy. That's a happy guy. Do you know why? Because he's
look at this chicken here with the rosemary.
That's a full-on chicken he's grilling out there. And look at a big smile on his face. And let me tell you why. Because he's out there in the yard that he probably put grass on, and he at the house that he's paid for, worked hard his whole life to get a house, build a house. And what he wants to do is have people over to hang out and grill some meat and celebrate America or America, however you say it. That's what he's doing there. And look at that big smile on face. He ain't going to get a smile like that in the kitchen. You don't have a smile like that in the kitchen. All right?
Yeah, it's like a social thing.
Yes.
Because you can be at the grill. You can like chit chat. You can, be like, hey, what do you want?
Right. Plus the smell of the grill, the smoke from the grill, all of that kind of evokes so many nostalgic memories of you being out there with your family or you being out there with friends in the past. There's a joy to that. That's fun to experience if you do it right. And so this guy trying to rain on people's parade, you know what? You can just cook it in the kitchen. There's nobody's standing in the kitchen or sitting in chairs in the kitchen around you cooking it on the oven or whatever and being like, yeah, this is great. No, you want to be out there in the open air. And considering how we've all been cooped up in our respective houses for over a year, it's nice to have a reason to get out now that now that a lot of people are vaccinated, getting out with your friends and your family, sitting out in an open air area, catching up with each other, having a beer and smelling that smoke from the grill. And this guy wants to take something uniquely American away from us, Wendy, and I won't have it. I won't have it.
I am not a good griller, but I have plenty of friends that are great at grilling. And in fact, I think it was, what was the last big holiday that people typically get together for, like a BBQ? Memorial?
Yeah, maybe Memorial Day weekend. Yeah.
We did one. I think that's what it was too, with our neighbors. And it was like the first time we got to go over to their place after they moved in, because they moved in right at the top of the pandemic. So we're like, can't get together until recently. Then like everybody they were invited, had been fully vaccinated. So we're like, let's get together. And they had a friend there who just is like master chef. He's not just master griller, master chef. He's also a master baker. Ooh. He made this pineapple upside down cake. I'm like, I don't usually like upside down pineapple cakes. And I ate a slice. I'm like, I ate 2 more slices after because it was so good. And I can't, however he made those turkey burgers, I'm like, wow. It was amazing. So yeah, I didn't understand why this was like on my explore page. I'm like, okay, but the thing is, if you kind of look at this thread here, some people do agree. They're talking, and I think the chat's talking about it too. Because of the people getting sick from their filthy grills, where I'm just like, but you can clean it out. But then I guess if you're scraping and stuff like that, and then you don't wipe it down after, you like scrub it, then I think that could potentially give you maybe a bit of a stomach ache or something like that. There's a reason why Dustin and I don't grill often, is because we don't enjoy the cleaning up of the grill. I have a much easier time cleaning up my kitchen.
It can be annoying.
But it's just us.
It. Yeah.
But if people's going to offer to barbecue for me, I'm going to say, yeah, okay. I'm not going to turn down food.
Well, listen, Adam Gertler does a fantastic job as the host of the Ninja Food Grill infomercial. And I watched him one day for half an hour, randomly changing channels one day on a Sunday. And I watched the whole show and I'm like, that's an awesome grill. And I was walking through the Costco not 2 or 3 days later, and there it was. And I said, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to try this thing out. And
you did it. He sold you a barbecue.
He sold me a barbecue. It's smokeless. No smoke comes out of the machine. And it grills and it puts the lines on it. It's incredible.
That's what I want.
I make turkey burgers on it that are tasty. Chicken on it that's fantastic. My girlfriend has made like broccoli, made fries, made chips, all kinds of stuff. She uses it more than I do.
Sounds like a magic grill.
It's a magic grill. It's a ninja grill, and it's really, really good. So, but I'm not inviting people to sit around my countertop as I put in their burgers. And we have beers in the porcelain on the kitchen tile floor. It makes no sense. So we don't grill.
That's a different vibe.
Exactly. We don't grill to make food, just to eat it. We grilled for the experience of being around our friends on July 4th week in our family. My God, what is wrong with you all? Anyway, yeah. And cleaning the grill is time consuming for sure. Even the indoor grill we have, when it cooks something, it takes about 10 minutes to clean it all out effectively and get all the meat off of it and stuff. But the fact that 10 minutes is 10 minutes, just put on some music and knock it out. And then you're ready to make dinner after you've made lunch with it. So, I'm just saying, put it out there for you.
Yeah.
All right, Wendy, what's our next thing here on this? It's trending.
I found this interesting. There is, you guys know the dating app Bumble. Bumble is expanding. They're going beyond and off they're still going to exist as an app, but they're coming into the real world, IRL. They're going to start these new cafes and restaurants. First one is going to be in New York City. And they announced that this is called Bumble Brew, and it's going to be an establishment that combines the convenience of casual all-day cafe by day and an ambiance of a very intimate restaurant and wine bar at night. This is in partnership with Pasquale Jones of Delicious Hospitality Group, and they're going to start welcoming guests for breakfast on July 24th, so just towards the end of this month, and then they will expand their hours in the late summer. So what they're wanting to do is that they were inspired by these like pop-ups that Bumble would be doing. They're called like the Bumble Hive pop-ups, and there's little like temporary spaces that act as like the physical embodiment of the app. So because sometimes I haven't done any sort of like online date because I've been married for 12 years. So got married before these online dating was like an app on your phone, very easily accessible. But I think I like the premise of like, here's an app, and I don't know if it's exclusively only for app users, so you can, but it feels like if that is the case, kind of safe, space too, because like then you would know someone's going there, and you can kind of, public meeting place and not have to worry about, I think it just makes meeting up in person a little bit more easier and a little like less pressure of like, do you want to go to this restaurant? What if it sucks? It's kind of like, we met on Bumble, let's go to the Bumble Brew. Yeah.
Now, is this a place for people to meet up and possibly like date afterwards? Is that correct?
Yeah, it's kind of like the app. So you're taking it off the app because you know how I haven't been on Bumble, but it kind of like Tinder. Like I think you also like swipe like left or right, but the ladies initiate.
Yes.
So that's what I do know about Bumble.
This is how we met. The lady outlet. No. We met. Yeah, we met on Bumble. That's how we got together. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
We swipe right. The woman makes the first move.
Yes.
Then she starts the conversation, which I think was brilliant, which is why I enjoyed being on Bumble more than Match or Tinder or any of those other ones. Because if a woman is interested in you, her making the first move kind of indicates that, okay, you've got at least a little bit of leeway here to have a conversation with her, and you don't have to do all the work to convince her or to have the, try to do all the moves.
There's already interest.
There's already interest. Exactly. Yeah. So that helps you to be a little more relaxed in the communication, but that's how we met. And that's how we got together. And I remember I tagged Bumble one time a few months ago, and they reached out to us and wanted our story. And I guess I never got back to them about it, but like, it's
not too late.
No, I know, I'm sure, but this is, but can you walk into this place and go, nope. Like, are you allowed to do that? Like,
I don't think it's that way. I don't think it's that way. I think they just want to be able to bring people together. So it's not like you're in a lineup, like the girl's going to be like next, left, right. That's awful. I think they just want to, take it off the app and put it in real life so you can have that physical, like interactions. So you're not just, like looking at the photo and you're reading because we can build our profile, right? You can make it sound as great or as not great or as vague as you want. But when you're sitting there with the person and you're able to react to what they're saying, and it's really, really different. So I kind of do appreciate that they are doing this. And they wanted to just make it to start with one permanent place.
Right.
So they're opening a restaurant to go with their dating app.
Leave the tigers at home, guys. No, bring the tigers with you. It's a weird phenomenon of dudes taking pictures with tigers on these dating apps.
They do that still?
Oh yeah. Are you kidding? Please.
Why?
It's so weird. Dudes are weird. Dudes are so weird. I'm just so weird. But it must work, because why would you keep doing it if it doesn't? I don't know.
I guess it could be a conversation opener. So what's with the tiger?
So leave the tigers at home. But isn't this just like speed dating? Isn't this what this is in essence? Even though there's a restaurant, even though there's all this kind of stuff, like, is it a place for people to meet up after they've connected on Bumble? Maybe is that a part of this too?
That's what I think.
Okay.
And then you can kind of choose like, hey, I just got like an hour, so we can grab coffee real quick to see if like the connection feels real.
So a safe space for them to go.
Safe space, because you met on Bumble, and I like that. I think I wouldn't be surprised if this is like super successful.
Right.
We'll see it for Tinder, and we'll see it for whatever other apps that may be out there that people are using.
I want to invest in this right now. I like Andrew, who says it's the new Netflix series, The Bumble Restaurant.
Oh, it's like that show Too Hot to Handle, although that's a whole different show. Too Hot to Handle.
What's the other one? The Hotel or whatever it was? The Circle, whatever that was?
Oh, The Circle. The Circle is great. The Circle's great. Too Hot to Handle is they bring a bunch of very beautiful looking people, all in shape, all like they look like they're all photoshopped. Wow. And then they tell them no sexual activities for the remaining time on the island. No kissing, no hanky panky, nothing.
What?
And if they can do that, then they get to split the pot of $100,000. So
wait a minute. So you just have to show up at this place and not have sex with anybody, and you might get a share of $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
That is okay. All right.
You gotta watch the show. They're on season 2. Too Hot to Handle. Gotta watch it.
I'm gonna watch it because I can't imagine that's difficult. But then again, when you're young, I imagine it might be, because you're like,
I think if you're with these people, it's different.
That's fair.
They literally look like they're photoshopped. Like no real human should look like that.
See the casting call for that. Fantastic 314 says Madeline Kahn was the first one to use Tinder on the in the movie History of the World Part 1. Oh yes. Nice reference, Fred. Nice reference, Fred. That's way, way back in time. All right, so let's move on to we'll look for those Bumble hives popping up and Bumble restaurants popping up for sure. Let's move on to our coming soon and a recommended portion of the show. Wendy, what do you got coming soon here? What's on your mind?
I am very excited to watch Fear Street 1994. I've been seeing people talk about it, and I'm trying to not ruin too much for myself so I can just settle in and watch. But I love watching a good horror series or horror movie. So I mean, it's more fun to watch it like with friends, but also I think TV show. This just sounds like a fantastic premise, and it's the same reason why and I'm not saying these two shows are similar, but the reason why I was really into American Horror Story, and I think I'm missing still like 2 seasons that I haven't watched of American Horror Story, but this definitely, I saw the trailers and I saw some of the images and I read a couple of the reviews. I'm like, you know what? I'm into it.
Okay. Yeah. It looks good. It's going to be a 3-part series, as you said. I gave away like 20 early passes through one of my publicist connections down here in San Diego to some of my fans, and they have all responded how much they've enjoyed this series already. So the first one is out for people to watch based on the R.L. Stein book. So go and watch them. They're already getting some damn good reviews, some fun reviews over these things. So get in there and watch it and let us both know what you think about it. I love that choice, Wendy. That's great stuff.
Did you have like a favorite R.L. Stein book growing up?
Well, no. The Goosebumps stuff was the only stuff I really read, and then after that, I kind of moved off of it, unfortunately.
But the Goosebumps movie, I was That was about the Goosebumps movie. A lot of people liked it, so clearly I was not the target audience. I'm glad that people liked it.
I'm with you. I was like, this is fine.
Yeah. You know who I saw it with? It was a whole thing. Like we went on the Sony lot. They had like a little event, and then we saw the movie, and I was so excited because I love R.L. Stein. Yeah. It was with I went with John Schnepp and Holly. We're in our cars, like driving. We're all excited, going, and then like coming back, we're just like so discussing the movie.
So about that movie. Well, I got 3 for you real quick. I'll run through them real fast. Wellington Paranormal Season 1 is coming out later this week. It's by the same people that, some of the same people rather, that did What We Do in the Shadows. So if you're a fan of the What We Do in the Shadows TV show and a fan of What We Do in the Shadows movie, Wellington Paranormal Season 1 is coming out here on, I can't remember what streaming service, it's coming out this week for sure, but it's basically a New Zealand thing. You remember those 2 cops in What We Do in the Shadows who are investigating the vampires, and they got like, kind of mind control to not see what's there. So we follow them as they go and investigate these calls of these otherworldly creatures and what have you. So it's supposed to be very, very funny in the same vibe as What We Do in the Shadows.
Ooh, and then, I like.
Yeah, I know. It sounds cool. And then Schmigadoon is the other one. This trailer came out. That's coming out, I think, next week. Schmigadoon. That's with
Keegan-Michael Key.
Yes, and Cecily Strong. And it's these 2 people that stumble into a town that's all musicals all the time. And of course, it's kind of a play on Brigadoon. Which is about it's a musical about a couple of people who stumble upon a town in Scotland that only appears, I think, once every 100 years. And so it's playing on that kind of thing. And You Are My Spring is another one. And this is a South Korean drama that kind of caught my interest here as I'm kind of exploring a little more of this Korean.
Are you watching K-drama?
I'm kind of opening the door to K-drama, considering doing a show about K-drama or K-media.
I'm so proud of you right now. Oh my God. Wait, who's in this? Oh my God. Look, get the tissues ready. You're going to cry so hard. You think the British dramas get you?
This one? Okay.
Any K-drama, they'll do it. Wait for the wrist grab. They always do the wrist grab and the shoulder grab. Yeah, you'll see it in like a one of those intimate, not intimate like sexual, intimate emotional moments the 2 characters are having. Usually it's between a male and female. And if it's like an emotional, like heartbreaking moment, one of them turns to walk away. Usually it's the girl, and she goes like this, and he goes, no. And then it's the shot. I'm going to try to do it. It's the shot of her hand, and then the other arm reaches in, and then it's slow motion. And then they turn around, and then whatever it is that they say.
Wow.
It's great.
Okay.
Oh God.
This one's coming out later on this week on Netflix as well. It's called You Are My Spring. A hotel concierge and a psychiatrist with traumatic childhoods form a heartfelt bond when they become entangled in a perplexing local murder case. And some more of the research I did is both of these, the main people, the man and the woman, they are caught in a mindset of being a 7th grader.
Oh my gosh.
And there's a murder that happens. The woman is like the hotel concierge, and the owner of the building like has a thing for her, and this guy lives below her, and he's a psychiatrist, but he's a psychiatrist because he wants to heal people's wounded hearts and stop them from committing suicide. But his heart is deeply wounded. So it becomes this whole exploration. So I'm going to give it a shot, Wendy. And I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, but if I do like it, then I'm going to start opening the door to more of this and exploring it for sure. Because I don't see anyone else in the sphere doing specifically.
Dude, that's our next show. Are you kidding me? That's our next. That's our next show. I'll show you all the. I haven't heard about this one yet because there's a couple that I'm still trying to see. That my problem with like K drama is that I get so stuck on one, I'll start another, but I'm still thinking about the last one that I'll go and rewatch it. I've watched Itaewon Class like 4 times. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Move on.
Yeah, I mean, and this one stars, I don't know if I can, I always worry about saying the names wrong, so I want to make sure I say the names right on this one. This one stars Seo Hyun Jin, Kim Dong-wook and Yoon Bak. Those are the names that I've got. And Lee Min-na and Jung Ji-hyun are the creators. So I don't know if that rings a bell for anybody else, but I'm very curious to see if it's good or not. But I'm going to open the door to the possibility of it all. So I like it. It caught my interest.
I don't recognize any of the... But there's so many K-dramas that I haven't watched yet.
Yeah,
a couple of them look familiar, but I can't place exactly where, like which, especially the actresses. Like I can't place exactly which K-drama they were on that I probably saw and don't remember. Yeah. But I'm just excited for you.
Thank you.
So excited for you.
Super chat that came in real quick. Two of them. Part one. This is from Holy G.I. Ebus. Says part one just got hitched. Do you have favorite?
Congrats.
Films? Yeah, congrats. Do you have favorite films that involve weddings? One of my favorites is a Korean film called The Villainess.
Hey.
North Korean girl spy goes to South Korea. Part two, to go on missions, but while undercover, she falls in love with a South Korean man. It has the raid-like action and nods to La Femme Nikita. Oh,
love that. That's like the opposite of Crash Landing Into You, but except with this one that he is describing is definitely sounds more action-packed, where Crash Landing on You is straight up like drama.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And it's the opposite because she crash lands into North Korea.
Well, do you have any films that involve weddings that you like? Do you have any favorite films that involve weddings?
Involving weddings, you want like I'm guessing like a happy one. So I guess
maybe.
What were you gonna say?
Bridesmaids, certainly.
That's a fun one.
Yeah,
Bridesmaids is actually a really fun one. My Big Fat Greek Wedding, I always enjoy.
Of course, yeah, that's a great one. It's absolutely a damn good one. Wedding Crashers.
Whoa.
That's a funny one. Enjoy that
Wedding
one as well.
Singer.
Wedding Singer. Yes, absolutely.
That's a fun one too. Wedding.
Father of the Bride's okay. I'm not really a fan of that. Muriel's Wedding, the one with Toni Collette. That's
yeah. I'm trying to think of I mean, if you want to like watch extravagant wedding happening, Crazy Rich Asians, there's a fantastic wedding sing in that one.
There you go.
What's the one? I think it's Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds, where she's the boss.
The Proposal. Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's all I've got.
Palm Springs. Right. That one that just came out. Right.
That's right. New movie. Yeah.
Oh God. And Ready or Not. That's a good one. That's a good one. You are good. All right, and then let's move into our recommendations here. Wendy, what have you got to recommend to people?
Got another video game for you guys. This one is the Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. It's available for PS4, PS5, as well as Xbox One and Xbox Series S. One of the two new ones. So I will say, this is based on, I think you're in Icewind Dale, and you can play as, there's a couple of, I think there's only 4 characters you can play. One's a fighter. The other one is kind of rogue, which is Drizzt, which is the one that I'm playing as, because immediately I was like, why wouldn't I be a rogue? I think there's a barbarian. There's no spellcaster. You can't play as a spellcaster, which is kind of a bummer for me. But it is an RPG game a la maybe a little bit like Elder Scroll, but it's not a co-op unless you go online. So I bought it under misunderstanding co-ops because I didn't read the fine prints. I thought Dustin and I could both play a character together, kind of like Diablo 3. Yeah. We go and button smash together, but you need to be online. So we would need to have a whole nother copy and a whole nother Xbox, which we're not going to do. So we both started off our files. The game is a little buggy. I was warned that it would be a little buggy. Some of the missions have been quite simple, as in I can walk into, a goblin's camp and I wouldn't pull aggro. And I'm like, come on now. Come on now. Versus World of Warcraft, you run through a field of murlocs. Yeah. Okay. And they're like, and they all come after you. No matter if you could be level 1 or you could be level 70, they'll all come after you no matter what. But nonetheless, I love D&D. As you can see, my neighbor gifted us with a bunch of
Oh, nice.
New D&D stuff, like dice and everything. I was like, oh, wow. New dice. We got to roll them to see if they roll good. So yeah, naturally I had to buy this game and I'm enjoying it so far. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Let's see. On my side, I recommend I Carry You With Me. It's this new film that is coming. It is out now. This one is from first-time director Heidi Ewing, and it was submitted at the Sundance Festival, a Tribeca Film Festival, a New York Film Festival. I'm sorry. It was selected by those festivals to screen there. So that's a positive. And it's getting good reviews. I think it's about 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. And it's a decade. It's a decade spanning romance in Mexico between two men, an aspiring chef, Armando Espichal, and a teacher named Christian Vasquez. That's the actor who plays him. And they are, they try to build their life and their love as this societal pressure propels them to move to New York, to move to New York. Mm-hmm. And I Carry You With Me is their country, not themselves. So it's very fascinating and interesting, little independent romantic film. So it's highly recommended. A lot of people are loving this thing. So giving it some love as well here on the channel. And also there's a new, for those of you who are into like murder mysteries, real life murder mysteries, there's a new 3-part series on Netflix called Sophie, A Murder in West Cork. This is about this French woman who was married to a very famous French producer who had like worked with a number of actors and high profile directors in France and in the States. And she buys a house in West Cork in Ireland, and she is mysteriously bludgeoned to death by a concrete block. And there's no trace of any DNA or evidence or anything. So it's a mystery of how this happened. So the series explores it, and it's engrossing as hell. So just recommended for those of you who love the true crime stuff. This is one that's a quick watch, 3 episodes. You're in and you're out, and there's a lot to ponder as you're watching this one. So those are my recommendations for you guys this week. Okay, and should we do a quick review, Wendy, or of Black Widow? Overall thoughts?
Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Yeah, because the film, or do you want to save it for next Friday when the film is actually out? Up to you. Yeah,
let's just say I liked it.
Quick thoughts. Yes, I like that. Okay, yeah. Reactions. Yeah. I liked it a lot. I thought first act was real strong.
Yes,
I love that first act.
Yes,
and there's a lot of like the fighting is what I was really looking forward to, because I didn't want it to be too pretty. Yes. I wanted to get a little bit more like Jason Bourne, down and dirty, and I felt like I got a lot of that. And I think aside from Scarlett, because she's got this character down packed, I was really looking forward to Yelena finally being introduced, being on screen, played by Florence Pugh, and she is just fantastic.
Yeah. Yep. I echo everything Wendy said. Love the first act as well. It becomes towards the end a bit of a female empowerment movie, but you know what? I'm not going to begrudge it that, because there's a lot of male empowerment movies out there, and I found myself enjoying that aspect of it all. And yes, Florence Pugh is fantastic. The action sequences are great. I've seen some people ding it for it being formulaic. I'll be honest with you, I don't care, because it's formulaic, but it works, and I think it absolutely is carried by some great, strong performances from everybody involved in it for sure. And there are some interesting twists and turns within it. And Taskmaster is a full-on badass throughout the movie. So get ready for that.
So cool.
And get ready for that reveal. So yeah, I think it's definitely one that's a great next chapter in the MCU as it closes the book on one chapter. As we saw with Scarlett Johansson already. And I'll throw in Tomorrow War. I put my review up this morning on the Outlaw Nation channel. If you guys want to watch it, you can. Here's what I'll say. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's good sci-fi. It's not great sci-fi. It's a bit overlong. Some of the sciencey stuff can get a little bit like eye rolling back in your head. But once you get past that, the action sequences are great. The visuals in this movie are stellar. And this is some of the best work Chris Pratt has done in quite some time. So I would say go and enjoy this. And don't be surprised if you walk away from it. It's on Amazon Prime now. It's out now. Don't be surprised if you walk away from it appreciating Yvonne Strahovski all over again. So just something for you to think about for those of you who are Chuck fans or Handmaid's Tale fans, for sure.
Nice.
All right, nice. That's it. Let's get out of here, Wendy. We got a weekend to start. Thank you all so much for joining us here on John and Wendy Explain the World. We thank you for all your super chats. Thank you for all your Streamlabs. It means so much to us. Wendy, thanks again for another awesome show. Where can they find you and everything you got going on?
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Wendy Lee Zaney. On YouTube, you can find me over here at the Movie Couple channel, trailer reactions, show reactions for Loki and the Bad Batch, movie reviews, vlogs, and so much more. And playing cozy games on Twitch, twitch.tv/Wendy Lee Zaney.
There you go. You can follow me at The Rocha Says on Twitter and on Instagram, and on Twitch, The Outlaw Nation. Go and follow me there. Please subscribe to the channel down below if you haven't done that yet. First time you're watching the show and you're loving it. All kinds of great content, just like Wendy. Got reviews, got a trailer reactions, but she's way far ahead of me. So I'm slowly catching up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm slowly trying to create what the channel is going to be. So come aboard and see it as it grows, and hit that bell so you know when all the good stuff is coming down the pike. All right, that's it. We love you madly. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Be safe this July 4th weekend. And do you know what? Grill to your damn heart's content all weekend. All right. We'll catch you next time on another brand new episode of John and Wendy Explain the World. Peace, everybody. Peace.